Welcome to this week's movie review on the highly anticipated sequel, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, starring Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley. Now, Pirates is already the third sequel this summer that we're gonna see. We're gonna see plenty more. I mean, you have the Die Hard sequel, the Bourne Identity sequel, Ocean's 13 is coming out, and already we've had Spider-Man and Shrek, and there's many more to come, of course, Harry Potter and all those others. But Pirates was one that I was really looking forward to. I'm a huge fan of the first two, and I'm sure like most people, and I was really anticipating this one. And my review may sound a little bit biased, because I love the first two, but I also love the Shrek franchise, and I was really disappointed in the third one. So this one I was kind of nervous about. You know, I've been hearing things about it, and I've been hearing that it's not that good or whatever, so I kind of went in with a clean mind and just watched it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This one is much longer than the first two. It runs at about 168 minutes, and definitely really dialogue heavy, and the movie is longer, so and the plot is really complicated. It's complicated, confusing, and when you get out of the movie, you're either gonna love it, you're either gonna hate it, or you're gonna be so confused that you couldn't love it even if you wanted to. But in my case, I loved it. I don't think it's impossible that you have a problem, you know, I don't think it's impossible that you guys are gonna have a problem. You know, it's gonna be, oh, I couldn't follow the movie at all, because if you pay attention, you should be able to follow the movie. The plot is much more complicated, but if you don't have a problem following movies, you'll probably get it. And yes, there's a lot more dialogue and whatever, but you know, the movie, if you're a fan of the first two, go check it out. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to go see the third one if you haven't seen the first two, so you should already have seen those in order to see the third one. And if you love the first two, you should love this one as well. Now, whether you're gonna have a problem with it being really long, or dialogue heavy, or not enough action, or a lot of people are complaining that Jack is not in the beginning of the movie. If you saw the second one, you know what happened to the character. So just go and enjoy it, you know. So going on to the actors are great this time around. You have the same ones as last time, and you also have an addition of a couple more actors, new characters. You have Chow Yun-fat playing Captain Sao Feng, you have Keith Richards in a cameo, and a lot of stuff is going on in this movie. The actors are really great this time around. I was really impressed with the acting. Johnny Depp, of course, was fantastic as Captain Jack, as the first two, and I thought that they really went back to Jack's roots from the first movie in this one. He's not as, you know, comedic. He is, of course, funny, but it's not the same as the second movie. I was really happy that they brought him back to the first movie. And Johnny Depp, you know, just steals every scene he's in as Captain Jack. No one else could play him like that. So Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley are much better this time around. I think that they matured a lot since the first movie, and Keira Knightley gets a lot of good stuff in this one. So I thought that those actors were really good in their roles, and what's great about this movie is that everyone gets an ending. There is a sense of closure at the end of the movie, so if you've been following the characters in the first movie, you should love that you get an ending for all of them in this one. Everyone gets their moment to shine, and they all get an ending. And the movie's open for more films, or, you know, or not. It gets closed, but not enough that, oh, we can't do any more Pirates films. But definitely there's a sense of closure for everyone. And all the characters from the movies are back, and with the new characters are great, so I thought that the acting was really great in this one. With the action, there's a lot more violence and a lot more gore in this movie. There's not that much blood, but there is a lot of action. It's a little too much for kids, I think, in my opinion. Disney was really pushing it with this one to get that PG-13 rating. They just packed in everything they possibly could and still remained PG-13. It's definitely not your typical Disney movie, and the ending is very not Disney. It's not your typical happy ending. It's bittersweet, like they've been saying since day one, that it wasn't going to be your typical Disney ending, so don't expect furry kittens and happiness and rainbows and everything. It's not that kind of a Disney movie. It's not your traditional Disney ending. So I thought that the ending was pretty good. I don't really see how I could have improved it, so the ending is good the way that it is. I recommend the movie more than Spider-Man, more than Shrek. I was disappointed with Shrek, and Spider-Man 3 was good, but like many people have been saying, you know, if it's not true at all to the comics, and this one doesn't really have anything to go on. It's based on a ride, so, you know, that's the original story, unlike Spider-Man that is derived from a comic. So this one was definitely much more, I thought, of a success than the first two sequels that have been out already. So I'd say go for it. Go check it out. I highly recommend it. And I've been getting so many comments on my last review for Spider-Man that, oh, you're all wrong, you have no idea what you're talking about, the movie sucked. Everyone has an opinion. Half the people have been saying they agree with me, that they loved it or they liked it or whatever, and then others have been saying that they hate it. That doesn't mean that you have to discredit me. I have my own opinion, and this is my opinion on this movie. I think that it's definitely worth checking out. Everyone should go see it if they have a chance. If you don't, oh well, you didn't like it. Okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, you won't get your money back. Maybe you will, but I think it's definitely worth checking out. So this one definitely is highly recommended. There's not much, without giving a lot away, and I definitely don't want to spoil anything. I think everyone should go without knowing anything. It's the best way. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. So I think that the best way to go into this movie is with a clean mind. Don't listen to the spoilers, don't listen to the critics. Just go and decide for yourself if you like it or you don't like it. Or, like I said, you might just be so confused you have no idea what's going on, and you'll be like, okay, I didn't get the movie at all. It's difference of opinion, you know. So go check it out if you have a chance. And I'm gonna rate it 4.5 stars because I'm gonna come down from the 5-star rating that I personally would give it, in my opinion. It's really visually stunning as well, so you have to consider that. As many people have been saying, don't pay attention to the visuals. You can't help but see the visuals in this movie as nothing short of spectacular. The end sequence, the climax sequence, is I have not seen that in any movie. I mean, it was really, really, really breathtaking, the final scene of the movie, the climax scene. So great, it was fantastic. So I think that was well worth my money, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys get a chance to check it out sometime soon. That's all I'm gonna say for this time. So until next review,